Ooh. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Almost didn't get that out. I just want to thank you so much for stopping in, and I'm going to come right out and ask if you'd be so kind as to like and subscribe. That would help the channel immensely. It definitely supports me and I greatly appreciate that. And so today I'm going to be reading the mid-month readings for the sign of Leo. And that's Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Highly recommend you listen to your Moon and Rising or / Ascendant. It can be said either way. Because honestly, I mean, for years I was just reading things about my sun sign. And then came the recognition of the natal chart and how we have basically every sign in our chart. But sometimes we're predominantly another element in this, chart. We may be a Libra like I am, and then you have a bunch of water and fire, and it's so much more, there's so much more depth than the sun. So do yourself a favor, especially now if you have some time, get to really know yourself a little bit more. That's helpful. It allows us to react and to fit into situations, better when we understand where we're coming from, right? So I digress, but I love to read the mid-months, which are from today, the 16th of May, 2020, to the end of the month. It may hit you and resonate with you like right now, and then it may kind of wane a little bit. Time is very fluid with spirituality, and that's the reality of that. But I like to do it into 4 major categories. And the first is going to be under the overall energy in general, just the basis of the rest of the month for the most part, which is kind of, I also read dailies to kind of keep up more current energies if you want to continue to watch me. And of course, I'll do the full month reading in June, but that's a couple of weeks away. So we are, however, in retrograde season, Leo. So even though a lot of us have had to stall and pause our lives, myself included, this will continue on this month. And I can only say to you that with 4 major planets, actually 5 now in retrograde, the whole idea of reassessing, reevaluating, reviewing, reconsidering, and really relaxing. Take the time to retreat, boy, because you're not going to get pushed through things too quickly, even still. But that's okay, because we have the opportunity now to absolutely make decisions for ourselves. I've been getting a lot of contradictory information, and I try to take it in pieces because it does overwhelm me. And in the last couple of days alone, possibly with the full moon last week affecting all of us, the Scorpion moon that's about depth and transformation and releasing all the unnecessary garbage and bringing things to light, things we don't necessarily want to see, but it's imperative that we know, and really sorting those things out for ourselves now, so that next month when things start to go forward, we'll have a better perspective for ourselves, because we matter and we have to listen to what's right for us. And of course, I mean being safe, but that's, I'm just saying that there are things that have to start moving forward. And that's my true belief. Now, you being a passionate soul, Leo, that fire in you, I'm sure you've kind of felt very passionate and kind of like, whoa, and exploded a little bit. And I love that about you, because it never lasts for long. But I feel like now you're getting more of a grip on the empowerment that you have. And realizing, okay, this is what's going on with me. And because of Venus in particular having gone retrograde, and the planet of love and finances and beauty, these are really particularly strong feelings about those particular things. How to move forward with that. A lot of things are moving forward with that. It doesn't seem that way, but things are always happening in the mystical aspects of our lives, the things that we do not see. So the first category, like I said, was under the category of overall energy. The second being the blessings / possible obstacles of the month. The third being the category of love. And the final being the category of finances. It feels weird because I'm getting this deja vu from you in last full months, the beginning of May. I'm going to finish with the beautiful oracle message. And so let's get started with the definitions. Knowing at all times these are guidance for upliftment and clarity on certain topics. The energies will be pronounced, but how you receive them or reject them, accept them, and so forth is clearly and always has and always will be up to you. You have free will. And I love that. So the first card, of course, for the overall energy is going to be the Seven of Cups. And that is about our emotions, Leo. Like I said, you're a passionate person. You're a fiery sign, but you're full of emotion. And it's always about just wanting the best, you know, and being a leader in this regard. You want to show things that can be done in a way that shows incredible action and passion and dedication. Loyalty, that's you, boy, you're incredibly loyal. And diverse and creative. You've got 7 cups here, so there's a lot of choices you've been thinking about. I think a lot of us have, but I think it's predominantly what your energy shows for the remainder of the month. Which choices, 1, 2, maybe tops. Don't go crazy. And whatever you do, don't go forward in a brand new situation right now. If you've had something that was on the back burner, so to speak of, you can review that. This is a perfect time. You know, do the finishing touches and so forth, so that next month and forward, you know, it'll end up being a more solid foundational ground if you really kind of wait it out just a little longer and make sure that you've perfected it, which is another part of your personality, just making things just right. You don't settle for less than, you know, there's abundance in all of your energy. So I like that for you, you know, just make sure that you feel that intuitive hit that's just for you as to what that choice will be. And it also brings up the heart chakra. So the cups are the water element, and they represent Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And last week we had the full moon in Scorpio, and boy, did we all feel that. It was about drudging up that stuff that doesn't feel good, to release it, bring light to a situation, bring truth to a situation. It's transformational. It's imperative that we change in life. It's a constant for us. And so you may still be even feeling a little bit of those effects. But I think some real important decisions are going to be made by you, and I know and trust you will listen and know the right choices for yourself. So that's just word to the wise. And the next category is under the possible blessings or obstacles, and you have the 3 of Hearts. So wow, this is about just definite feeling of loss and pain and suffering, and possibly legitimately the loss of somebody in your life. You know, this is a time for all of us, and especially with the retrogrades, when reminders of our past tend to creep into our subconscious, into our dreams, into our waking lives. Thoughts that we thought we had already kind of healed from, I guess, and figured out are coming back, just to make sure that we can end that cycle, that karmic aspect of it. So yeah, there's been loss and there's been heartache, and I feel like you're just coming to terms with it. I feel like it's already something that's occurred, and you're just absolutely ready to move on and to accept the inevitable and what needs to be accepted, and grow stronger and more empowered from it. That could be a definite obstacle, of course, but I see it as a positive and a blessing, because, you know, that's how we get through our lives. We got to get through that part that's held us back. When you release that, the energy lightens, and of course, beautiful things can come in. So that's just a reminder to you from Spirit, and I like that for you, Leo, and you deserve that. Everybody deserves to be happy and feel contentment in their life. So the next category, speaking of which, is under the category of love. And you have the, what is this now? The Queen of Pentacles. Whew. Well, that's the earth elements. So that would be the Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns. And I'm just thinking we're in the sun season of Taurus for the next week until the 20th. So you've got this grounded kind of sensible, practical, long-term love for someone specific in your life. It could be of those signs. It could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, but it doesn't have to be. And they could have those qualities of just down to earth, you know, reliable, loyal, lover of all the senses and all the natural things in life, you know, all the things that the sustenance of our lives, the food and drink and nature and the simplistic beauty that comes from just living, you know, if we choose to look at that. So there's great love there for you. This is a stable love. You're probably already involved in this love, and it might even reach another level now, you know. And that's possible. I think we always evolve in our relationships too. And if it's not a person or significant other, it could very well be that you're absolutely starting to regain the love for yourself, you know. I mean, I'm continuously working on that. It's getting better. But when we love ourselves, we can't help but be incredible loving beings for others, right? And this is a time of that. This is a time of really giving to the planet. And I think we've all been very cautious about that. Conscious. I like that for you, Leo. I like it a lot. And then finally is the category of finances. And it's interesting. It almost looks like it should be the other way. And this has happened quite a bit in my readings. Because the coins represent, you know, also finances and our ability to make money, our value, our worth from our daily interactions and our jobs and so forth. And here under this is the category of the cups. We have the Four of Cups. I'm sorry, the Five. Well, the Five of Cups is once again the element of water. So that's the Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios of the world. They are the sensitive, loving, deep, intuitive, compassionate, creative, beautiful people in this world. So you may have water in your sign. You may be involved with somebody with water that has something to do with your finances right now. And right now, with a lot of the government situations going on or not going on, however you want to look at it, who knows who's really, you know, in charge of that? Could very well be water signs. And I pray that it is in one way, because there's that compassion versus other elements. And so there's that. Then there's the reality. Another definition of this card is just feeling that you've had such loss and really grieving over it. And yet there's some beautiful things still available to you. And I never want you to lose sight of that, because sometimes we get so overwhelmed with the reality of what's going on that's not positive financially that we really do forget, wait a minute, I'm a resourceful manifester, that I can absolutely make things happen. I have thus far. I'm not going to stop now. Don't lose sight of your ability to do that, Leo. That's the main message for that in your finances. And know that they are coming, you know, they will be, the cups will be filled again. It's a process and a continuum in life. And I think how we think creates so much of that. So don't lose heart, and, you know, trust in the process. See how positive influences and thoughts can bring positive influence into your life. And so finally, I'm going to read you from the beautiful oracle, the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. And just as a last beautiful message of love and guidance for you. And so for all of the Leos out there, for the remainder of the month, Spirit, what can you share with us specifically in closing today? The Eyes of Beauty. All right. I love all of these so much. I don't have a favorite. They're intensely supportive, and the positive expectations and clarity are the words underneath the title, and it's number 25, which is a 2 + 5 = 7, and that's absolutely divinely guided angelic number. It's about working through difficulties. And so let us see what it's, 25, yes. I can read to you. When the eyes of beauty show up as your ally, they require you to examine your perceptions. Do you see the world as perfect and beautiful? Can you retrace your steps from your past to now and see the perfection in the way reality has been created? Truly, perception is everything. A glass half empty is the same as a glass half full, yet so different according to how it's perceived. The eyes of beauty remind you that if you move forward with conviction, all is well now and always will be. You will see true prosperity as a result. Expect to see beauty and you will attract your highest good. And I feel so strongly for you, Leo, that you are capable of exactly what these words say to you. That if you see it a certain way in the passion that you have as a fiery, beautiful Leo with strength and determination, you will absolutely create that for yourself, regardless of anything happening on the inside. I'm talking about you and you alone and your capabilities. I love that. I hope you enjoyed this and you resonate with this at some point in the month. You know, you might want to check back later. But I always, and most importantly, want to wish you incredibly good health and continued trust that things are moving in exactly the way that they need to. See things for the better. And I greatly appreciate you again. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, bye-bye.